doesn't disappoint as LG Chivas take home the first map of
a big points total for LG Chivas as well. They get into championship. Sun
mentality shift. It's like, yeah, we're going to force their way into the finals. So there's so much everybody wants to be here on Sunday. We're at one point, I'll tell you what, it's time to get this one started.
Come out on top. Everyone else was pretty well bet at the moment. People are being nice and
get that first knock with the longbow. Have to see if Gio can turn this one around this time. So they're going to be pushed. Mozambique here. That box in front of me now, but it gets traded out immediately.
2 versus 2. Flatlining car is going to be a nice little... Oh, Naski's got nothing. He needs a weapon at the moment. He's got nothing but his fists and his feet to just try and stay away. Maybe try and run them into Zane, who's got the car and flatline. And boy, is he doing some damage.
Just let Zane go to work. Simple as that. Oh, Zane! Not only does he get one with the hip fire, but also stays alive. Now, Naski, where are you? It's all up to you. Have you got a gun? Can you get involved with the fight? The answer is, he's got a gun. Mozambique once again, but the purple bolt might make the difference here.
Plenty of bullets for a Prowler, though. We'll just go for a revive here to try and bait out. Gio actually goes for a revive. It's a trade on the reses, and Pioneers go down. Gio were quicker on getting that res, and it means that it's going to be 1-1.
The timing on the reses down, the extra second it took on the KCP side. That's the difference between the two. Time to look at our zone, and LG, who just won that first game, big smiles. They're going to do a little dance. Because we're heading down south.
Down towards launch site phase.
Heck of a travel to get anywhere near it, but for LG, there's no better feeling than winning game 1. But I would say it's pretty close to get game 2. Yeah, I think I'm going to point out as well. I think the gun's pretty straight. Makes some great decisions, but three of the nicest guys you've ever meet, and I'm including Pistol of the coach as well. Making it laugh all weekend long. I came over for a handshake just a second ago. We've got to win the awkward like fist bump to handshake in a minute. And you just go, I just gave a big hug. I'm like, yeah, that's good.
Almost tore your microphone as well on the set, so I took it with it.
To be fair, it would be quite entertaining.
Yeah, it definitely would. When we heard him in the London lingo, he was very helpful for this squad. I think they would have been lost without. But for LG Chivas, it is just about hunkering down and waiting and being patient and making sure you are ready just in case anyone tries to take this position from you. They can see he's joining them at the moment. That should be good.
He's got to be careful here. Larkwell goes down. They want to try and separate this fight. This is E6 involved. More of a defensive. Oh, it's a great black hole, actually. Manages to pull 2 players in, but the trades are going down. E6 are falling. Case when he left on his own, and Oxygen again showing their power. As a fighting team at the moment, it feels like they're one of the toughest to go against.
They are unbelievable at
ring console as well. And speaking of Lava Siphon, well, that's what it looks like from above.
It's one of those high-risk, high-reward plays. The Lions realise quite close neighbours right now, and it looks like they got the initial knock. Yes, they did. Yuki's already got their damage, and now they push in. It's going to be an easy clean-up for them.
This looks a bit too easy for Alliance, I've got to say. The opening damage comes in, and Realize kind of fall a little bit flat, and that might actually help Effect. He gets the boost, as if you need to make it any easier for him.
So Alliance will own Tree.
At the moment, you can see that 2 blues and a white shield isn't exactly the best thing in the world. I think it's steal away some of essentially some of the leftover things that came from that fight for Alliance, which looks like exactly what they've managed to do.
The weak and they can get that info, they might be able to push in, but here comes Sheila. You're not crafted on my watch.
That's Sweet saying that is Alpha right now. Use it.
Being hit there, I think, but I'm not really surprised when Sheila starts raining down hell upon you. I think it's very easy just to throw that ultimate down.
Dark Zero came ninth in that.
Maybe people thought that they were going to be pushovers in this tournament, but they certainly were not. Finished 13th overall in the standings and find themselves in this winners bracket, and they might push on this damage.
Yaka wants this. It's going to fly in. It's a little bit overzealous. It was 102, but now that shield bat is going to be pushed. And no. I mean, it's falling apart here.
Is that one of those commentator curses? Is that what just happened? Did I do that?
No, I think that's what's known as a bad decision.
Okay. Fnatic push NRG. Can we see any teams that are going to be rotating through on the northern side from Lava Siphon? Can we pick up any third parties? They're just waiting and listening. If they do start to...
Esports did make the move from the tracks, and Exet have taken that spot away. So Exet have double crafted now. They're in a position to really approach this zone, and they will have to fight their way through. As Alliance 2 trying to do a little bit of damage into Oxygen, who are down underneath these supporting structures just on the bottom of that platform of Siphon. 45 seconds and 16 squads remaining. Someone is going to have to fall. as Effect is chipping away and being just essentially a complete and utter nuisance.
Yeah, this was what I was talking about. Just those teams that are coming from the north are going to be griefed by Alliance, and if they do enough damage, they can push up on some of this. Because there's going to be about 4 teams in the same area, and there will be weak teams. There's going to be a couple players down, as now it's going to be Exet pushing in on the damage that had already been done by Alliance.
Well, Exet are making this push at the moment. I wonder if they...
I just have no health vents. There.
Yeah.
Okay, what? Thank you.
We
have to go forward, play platform, we have to go forward.
I know I'm Mark's spamming this trail. He smoked that,
I can't, I already smoked it. Press that.
I'll look for you. I have Q in 1 pun.
Yep.
Doing.
Team right here.
Oh, bro. You shoot at them? Did you shoot at them?
Shoot it who?
The northeast team.
Oh, I can't. I need to slide down.
Is trailer free?
On me, no. They're bang ulting us. I have no smokes for this.
No, I'm dead. Dude. How much shield?
I'm gonna turn res.
Jesus.
It was always going to be a rough zone here for Exit, and now it's all up to Nocturnal as a solo here down to try and rescue the game. 15 squads remaining, and he's already on CQ.
Yeah, I mean, as we expected, Alliance now are going to be the ones that are going to put the final dagger into Exit here. As Geo eliminated Exit, also confirmation they're down now. It was Alliance, but Pulverix and 100 Thieves are still in this area. So Alliance, rather than going through that choke and trying to take a fight against NRG, they just bided their time, they wait for the damage to be done, they wait for people to push those advantages, and then they come in as the last team to arrive.
I mean, Alliance is doing a lot of work here. It's mostly down to Hackis. Hackis has the charge rifle in his hands, and he's just picking away 100T in front of them at the moment. I'm still so interested to see what the call is here. Are they going to retreat, having seen all this traffic? Are they going to use an evac tower to try and get up that hill towards launch site a little bit later? Oxygen in the meantime had 1. Now they have none. They have been eliminated. 11 squads now remaining.
Maybe they will push south again, maybe because pushing on that hill is not going to be a fun one. Fnatic eliminated as well, 11 squads now remain as Moist Esports are looking to try and pick up some KP, as FC Destroy have lost 1. All the meanwhile, this circle is still trickling further and further into
Getting into this lobby and then converting it into a grand finals appearance. Walty has to be careful here! Yanya from downtown with that scalp. Chips away, but they should be safe enough to get this res.
The only APAC South team in this lobby as well. It was very impressive they were able to get through. I mean, yes, okay, some people will say Dark Zero are as well, but they're North American now. TSM very close to where Moist are, as are 100 Thieves, but the circle is now closing in. All these teams have to go down towards launch site, but look where LG Chivas are. Perfect place for them as they wait for other teams to arrive.
Always trying to push their way forward as well. He only needs 1 damage to join his 2 teammates on a purple Evo shield. Pulverix eliminated in the meantime. There's going to be Dark Veils exchanged. 100 Thieves have gone as well. And here come TSM. Surprise, surprise, they're still alive.
TSM doing very well at the moment, but it might just be a little bit too much, as the grenades now are going to do the last bit of damage. Rex is clinging on to dear life, but they go out in 9th. And we see FC Destroy also eliminated in 8th position. 7 squads now remain, but Moist have done very well to just be able to get into this little lava ledge here.
I mean, let's talk about Alliance, what they've done, by the way. Moist Esports clear out this side of the map. Fantastic play from them. But Alliance have worked their way into the height building to join LG Chivas, who have been here from the start. So Alliance's calls have been so good in this game, and you can see how difficult it is for the likes of Moist to fight your way uphill towards where this end zone is going to be. I don't know how they've done it. We'll have to go back and watch, but Alliance are in prime position.
And this position's excellent for them, because not only are they close to that final circle or to one of the later circles, but they can also hold out a lot of the squads that are now going to be below them. NRG, who were holding that choke for so long, they're now going to have to push up onto Alliance. How the tables turn.
I mean, if they want to take this fight, Alliance, there could be a fight to win the game against LG. I think they know that themselves, and might be a bit too much of a risk to take immediately. So they're going to slow it down for just a few seconds. Ascend also have found themselves places to play, but I think they're only down to 1 at the back of this large building here. Alliance are lining this one up. LG, they know they're there as well. And Yuki's got some Nox gas and he might be about to make things a little bit smelly.
But Ascend might actually be able to rat out to a top 3 here because the circle only holds 2 teams, LG and Ascend right now. Moist might be able to rotate on the northern side. They should get in comfortably. Dark Zero, NRG, FaZe, they've all got to move at the same time. Whilst Alliance going to press LG Chivas, this is going to be mental.
Alliance look like they want to make the moves. They have to make the move. The zone forces them to do so. They get inside the building. Hackers can't get the knock. There's the black hole going in, but LG avoided. And now Hackers, no, they don't. He comes back down. NRG eliminated in the meantime. Hackers and Yuki trying to do what they can to keep the hopes and dreams of Alliance alive in this game number 2.
Gold knockdown shield does wonders. I don't think they'll get the res, but they might get up to full health. Dark Zero and FaZe start to enter this fight now as this building is just absolute chaos. This is where you need to communicate with the rest of the squad.
I mean, and LG are doing an amazing job here of holding the fort. They will not let anyone in. They should be able to get the thirst as well. They might be able to clean that fight up themselves. Alliance lose 2. LG down to 1 though, as Yanya's feeling the pressure.
Yeah, a lot of pressure, but he goes up into the skies. Ascend, the rat, Kashira is still alive right now, as well as now Yanya re-engages. It comes up from above. Alliance eliminated in 6th place. LG Chivas still hold.
How they get the res though, that's the question. Is there anyone there to really pressure them? Kashira's still alive. That's the solo player here for Ascend, and like you were saying, they might be able to do something a little bit special here. Dark Zero somehow forced their way into zone as well, but they are broke for economy. They have no shields to play with.
Oh no! Walks into a full 3 as Dark Zero were there waiting. The ambush is perfect. 4 squads remain. Dark Zero, Moist Esports, FaZe, and a weakened LG Chivas, who have been holding this building throughout the entirety of this game. But again, this is great points for LG, who had already won the previous match, putting themselves in a great spot for potential grand finals.
Great performance from FaZe as well. Moist still down on that low ground, and now all of a sudden Moist might be in a pretty good position. So other teams are going to have to fight and scrap. They can enter this fight pretty late if they wanted to. LG still alive and up to 2. On the left-hand side of your screen, it's not perfect, but they'll take it.
I feel like this last circle is going to be dictated by how FaZe play this. If FaZe decide to go inside and then push out to Dark Zero, it could ruin Dark Zero's game. If they go outside, then LG Chivas could get rolled over and then Moist might try and jump on it as well. That would then help Dark Zero, who at the moment are just holding one of the best positions. They've got height, they've got a little bit of cover, but LG are going to poke around this corner and could make life difficult for DZ as FaZe do go through the middle.
Also, Dark Zero have got some shields, and it might have been that donation from Kashira which has kept them in this game with an opportunity to win it. Dark Veil goes down from LG here. Do they see Moist below them? That's the question. Dark Zero are looking to line up FaZe. FaZe trying to get some info themselves, and all of a sudden, the ultimates are going to be used. It's Dark Veil, it's Exhibit. Everything is being thrown at this final fight.
Yeah, this is where you're going to be really looking at your catalysts to be doing a lot of work, bouncing between the Dark Veils, getting the information, relaying that to the team about where you need to be going next. Dark Zero still hold a fantastic position, but all these Dark Veils are going to be falling very soon, and that's when suddenly all the gunfire matters. LG Chivas do get eliminated.
G down as we find ourselves with the final 3. The zone is going to creep up. The black hole, like you say, from Dark Zero is going to deny FaZe leaving for a few extra seconds, but there's a Dark Veil from FaZe. They should be able to escape. Are they going to be able to time it? Are Dark Zero going to dare to push as FaZe now? And Dark Zero, they take each other on head-to-head. Points come down from the skies. Are they going to be able to capitalize on this damage? Zero is the last alive. He will go down. FaZe trying to hold. Moist just have Wopsy. And all of a sudden, that's all they need. Apex South take their turn to call themselves a champion.
And Moist were just able to slowly walk their way into that circle. And they waited until they caught off guard by the grav lift of Moist. But I tell you what, it was blooming close, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this final circle did play out, because it was only a slither of health that Moist had at the very end in that final 3 versus 3, or I guess it was a 1v1 right at the very end.
I mean, it's always so fascinating to watch how the games end due to the Legend comp, right? I mean, Moist Esports, yes, they have a climb up here if they need it, but the ability to use the grab lift, have it available from the horizon, it just means you avoid the gunfire for that few extra seconds. And I have to say, I was a little bit worried for a few seconds there that maybe they'd thrown away the opportunity, as I believe it was Walsey was last alive with just a slither of health, but who cares how much health he got? And I mean, look at that. from the skies. They fall down. MT does so much damage. Picks up a couple of kills himself, more than a couple, and then the clutch from Waltzy in the final seconds gives Moist that win.
And there was a big silence right from the heavens as well, just being able to get that information of where those players are and how much health they had. 24 points. Point sponges again in map number 2, which is good news for those who have been struggling in the first 2, because it means as long as you can find yourself up there, you could shoot up those leaderboards and give yourself a better chance of getting into that grand final. Pioneers losing out on that contest in match number 2. I can guarantee you we're going to see it again for match number 3. For E6, they weren't really able to get going, nor were realized there were a couple of squads in their rotations where they were just caught off guard. Maybe they need to be planning in a way where they can expect some of these teams. I mean, they've done their research, they know where squads are going to be, but they still sometimes get surprised.
Yeah, I mean, you'll know where squads are going to be, but this is a lobby that you're not going to be, 100%.
Losing the silence between you and me. Now you're